welcome back to Rana's Radar. I'm still here at the Ford Nationals. This is the Saturday. It is so busy. Lots going to be happening today, but I had to stop at the 66 Galaxy. It looks great, a little bit of originality in it as well, but what's even better is that Carter's had this for 32 years or so. So let's have a chat with him. Carter, how's it going?
It's going great. How about you?
Good, sir. Come over here, stand next to your car.
Okay.
I mean, I love the fact that you've had this for such a long time.
Yes.
So we're just going to get straight into it. Where did you get it 32 years ago?
Yeah, 32 years ago, I got it in Richmond, Virginia. A buddy of mine just said, hey, let's go cruising and look for some cars. And we're cruising down to Main Street in Richmond called Broad Street, and we saw at a used car lot this car. Now, it obviously was not in this condition.
No.
Not at all.
How bad was it? What
it was same green color, but it was a cheap Mako paint job.
Okay.
It had Ford truck hubcaps on it. It had the wrong hood ornament. But I started it up and ran and took it for a drive, and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Got it for fairly cheap. And,
the engine was working?
The engine was working and everything, and kept it for 2 years, and then I was getting married, and of course need a little bit of money for that. And my father was having trouble getting in and out of this four-door car because he had hip replacement surgery.
Okay.
So I said, Dad, I'll sell it to you for what I bought it. You can use it. Keep it in the garage. Any issues, let me know, because I only lived an hour and a half away from him. That's what he did. He would go to his doctor's appointments, go to the grocery store. Other than that, stay in the garage. I'd go see him every other week, check on him, make sure everything was good, make sure the car was fine. And he would complain a lot. He said, every time I go to the grocery store, there's people out there waiting, asking if they want to buy it. Of course. And I was like, no, you love the attention.
The joys of having a classic.
Yeah, I said, you love the attention, I don't want to hear it. But unfortunately, he passed in 97, and I got the car right after that back again, and drove it pretty much as a weekend fun car until about 2008, and it started developing some issues. And I could keep it running, but I couldn't move it.
Okay.
And I had younger kids then, and I couldn't justify spending money, on getting it fixed and stuff. I had too much stuff going on with the family. And then a couple of years later, about 3 years later, my wife comes up to me and says, hey, gotta give you an ultimatum. You either need to sell the car or get it restored. Well, she had never mentioned restoration before, and I knew the shop I wanted to get done when I eventually was going to get it restored, and I literally had a tow truck out the next day pulling it to the restoration shop.
Well, she gave the okay.
She gave me the okay.
Not only that, it was her idea,
exactly.
You've got to run with it.
Yeah, so, it took about 2 years to get it done.
Okay.
And,
let's have a look
since.
here. Mm-hmm. Now, the engine was working, but then you said at one stage it did not run.
It did not run. It had a carburetor issue, and I could keep it running, and it just wouldn't run. So I ended up getting the engine rebuilt. I got the transmission rebuilt on it. Need to get the air conditioner working again. It's a very complicated system, and so I finally need to get that done. That's the next thing I need to get done. That and get the AM radio working again. Other than that, everything works on it. Car runs great. We drive it 4.5 hours from Richmond, Virginia. We've been coming to the show for 20-some years.
Wow.
Even when the car wasn't running, my brother and I would still come up with the show. But I've been taking this car here for, since, let me see, probably 92 to, well, my dad got it, then I didn't do it. And I'd say about 15, 16 years I've been coming here with the car.
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
And what is it about the Ford Galaxies that you like?
The ride, they're not a hot rod. Everyone looks at them and think, oh, they're a hot rod. No, they're not. They're actually the Ford. Yeah, they're a big old cruiser is what it is. They run great. It sounds great. It rides great. It actually handles well, and you get a lot of attention because there are a lot of old Mustangs, a lot of old Camaros, a lot of GTAs, Chevelles. I don't have anything against them, but there are a lot more of them. The restoration business, there's so many more parts for them. These are a lot more rare.
Okay.
And they're starting to come around. The 65s and 6s, they didn't used to have a lot of restoration parts for them. It was mainly for the 63s and 64s. The restoration market's now starting to make more parts for these, which is good. So
that's good news for you.
It's definitely good news because you used to find parts. I found a lot of the chrome trim parts for this here at Carlisle over the years.
Okay.
And so that was good. But the thing is, I've been looking. I don't need anything, but I'm just checking what they have. They don't have much more anymore for these the new old stock parts, the chrome pieces and stuff. So they've mainly been picked over. So it's going to be kind of hard to get them. You have to join a Galaxy group or Facebook page, and they'll know where to get them and dig
find
in.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky because I've got most of my stuff already.
And you just got to look after it as well, and
Exactly.
not drive it around everywhere. I don't like to say that because I love it when people drive their classics. But
and unfortunately, I got a little ding coming up here from a rock or something on the way up here. Got a little 1-inch ding on the side.
Oh,
so
no.
Not too happy about that, so that's what I got to get fixed.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So
Yeah.
hopefully your day goes better from now on.
No, that's fine. It'll be
But
fine.
you know, Carter, I love the fact that you sold this to your dad, and so it was kept in the family. You always could keep an eye on it whenever you would need it to.
And my daughters, I've got 2 daughters, 26 and 23,
Nice.
and their boyfriends are both car guys. And the girls love the car. They would, before they moved out and all on the weekends, they would fight over who was going to take it for a drive out into the country. I'd let them take it.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't do anything crazy. You'll get the wrath of Pop if you do anything.
Yep.
And they didn't. And when their boyfriends would come and they would take, I'd let them drive it too and stuff. And so they're like, Dad, when you pass, who's going to get the car?
Oh my goodness.
And I said, well, I just may have to get another one, and that'll solve that. And they're like, yes.
That's awesome. The fact is that this is going to be kept furthermore into the family. Now, walk with me over here. You have repainted it.
It has been repainted, yes.
And you did the original color as well.
This is, the original color was ivy green.
Okay.
This is ivy green paint job, but the paint job when I bought it was just, like I said, a cheap Mako paint job. I always wanted a black car, and I put a cheap Mako paint job on it right after I got it black.
Yeah.
But then when I finally did the full restoration, I put it back to the original color, and that's this.
Nice.
And I'm glad I did it.
And I noticed you've got the original seats, which means your dad didn't drive it that much.
No. He put maybe, in the 5 years he had the car, oh golly, he put maybe 2,000, 3,000 miles, if that, on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. And what have you got here in the back?
These are just some period advertising for the Ford products, the 66. And if you see that one over there, the white one, I actually owned one, this exact same car, white 4-door vinyl top LTD.
And that was before or
No,
after
I was
this?
after. I bought that car in 2001, and I think I sold it in 2008, 2009. And it was in nice shape, not near as nice shape as this one, but I was using it as a daily driver, and it really wasn't practical. It drank a lot of gas, and with old cars, you're going to have a lot of mechanical issues. And, it's fun to have as a fun car, but as a daily driver, no. So I eventually sold it.
So what's happened is you came across this just on a drive out with your buddy.
Correct.
Trying to find a classic. So you landed yourself this, and then you liked it so much you decided to get another Galaxy.
Yeah, and that was actually an LTD, which is the same thing. It's just
LTD,
a different trim level. Yeah, as a daily driver. Wife wasn't too thrilled about that, and she was pretty happy when I sold it. But that's okay.
Well, this is awesome. I appreciate this, Carter. Thank you so much.
You are certainly welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right, everyone, this is pretty cool. Ford Nationals, you get such a range of cars here. You get classics, you get modern days, you get muscle cars, you get trucks, and then you get setups like this. So I have to find out, Brad's 2022, did you say?
2021.
2021 Ranger. It looks pretty cool. What have you done to this?
So pretty much I have everything done, custom bumper made from 4-link 4-wheel drive, king shocks, all the way around.
Okay, well, before you go anywhere, come over here and tell me what's the purpose of this bumper.
So
Because it looks bold.
yeah, a lot of people ask why. It's for certain off-roading situations. You can ride this up the hillside if you need to, or you can see also too, like if you're going to hit something, how far away it is. It's easier to see. So, and I have a winch mount down there just whenever I get my winch.
And did you custom make this, or is this out there for people to use on other stuff?
So my buddy has his company. It's 4-link 4-wheel drive. He makes anything custom. So if you want something custom made, he'll make it for you.
Wow. And before we get into it, I'm guessing you're very outdoorsy.
Yes.
You like camping?
Yes.
And off-roading?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
Yep.
How long have you been involved with that?
Probably about 2 or 3 years, give or take, something like that. When I got the truck, I got 2 years ago, and I kind of got, like, the overlanding scene really took off in the past couple years. So that's when I got involved.
So now you like to go out there, not just for a hike or a drive, but you plan to stay overnight?
Yeah.
That's where the back comes in.
Yep, that's it.
Let's move in there. This is so cool. A lot more different to the vintage Volkswagen campers that we've been seeing recently. This is pretty cool. Okay, talk me through it, Brad.
So This is a CVT Mount Triumph. This is their newer model. It just came out. I had a soft topper before, but I went to the clamshell. It's a lot easier to take up or put up and take down. Just a lot more convenient, and it's a lot more aerodynamic. You can easily sleep 2 people in there, and then it has an awning that comes out. You have a shower room you can have in here. You could easily fit 2 more cots down here.
Well, you've got an awning on the other side as well.
Yep, and I have a CVT awning here that comes out this side and put it out. But yeah, I have another awning on the other side too. So, yeah.
Can I see up there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to have a look.
Yeah, you can just go up.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just.
So it's better to just not know how much you want.
Look at this, and you've got little windows, and you can even give yourself a sunroof if need be.
Yep. Skylight.
This is pretty neat. Now, how did you do all this? So is this a kit that comes and you attach it? Or?
Yeah, so this is an extrusion bed rack. So they come with mounts, and you just mount everything to it, throw the tent on top, and then bolt it down, and that's it. So, but everything with the tent comes with the tent, and the rack is a great system too.
Otherwise, the range is underneath intact. We've got the bed back here as well.
So back here, it's still a work in progress. I have kind of threw it together, but I'm gonna have all kind of panels and stuff and Milwaukee pack outs. This is my control panel.
What does that control?
So I have a battery. I can run this completely off my truck battery. So once my truck's turned off, I will dependently sold on that battery power, and this powers everything back here. I have a 2,000 watt inverter. Turn the inverter on. You can do whatever you want with the extension cord, run power, and then the fridge is always wired into the battery. So and you can see where your battery is, what power it's at, what's drawing. So
Wow.
you can pretty much run independently away from civilization. You can run.
Yes, just go and get lost
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, absolutely.
This is so neat. This is very cool. Look at the awning. There's so much space here, so it doesn't really matter where you go. And this is your
Water tank. So it's an 8-gallon water tank. It's from Waterport, company Waterport. They sent this to me. So you can pressurize it, and it has a hose bib. So you just pressurize it, and you can pretty much use it as a shower. So,
Wow.
Yep.
And what gave you this idea? I mean, you just started looking to say, how you can stay
Yeah,
outdoors
pretty much.
overnight?
Just stay away from things. Just go out into the woods and just live out in the woods for a couple days without needing anything. Instead of just going to a campground. Campgrounds are fun, but it kind of gets boring. Like, you want to go out there. You can go out there and not worry about anything. So,
wow. This is awesome. And
Thank you.
how long have you had it for?
Bought it in March of 2021. So 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. Yep.
2 years.
Yep, just hit 2 years.
And what about the actual truck? Have you made any modifications to lift it or anything?
Yeah, so it has king shocks, front and rear with reservoirs.
Oh, yeah, I thought so.
Yep, Camberg upper control arms. And I forget what rear leafs I have. APG rear leafs with a helper spring just to help with the weight in the back because it is kind of heavy, but
Nice.
yeah, that's about it.
Very cool. And
Thank
it's
you.
so practical as well because you don't have a trailer where you need to trail it around.
Yep.
This is actually
Everything's
on the
right
top.
Here. So
Makes off-roading a lot more easier.
yes, absolutely.
Well, Brad, I appreciate this.
Thank you.
I wish you
appreciate
many
it.
more adventures.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.
All lost people in our lives that are car enthusiasts and friends and family and loved ones.
So it's
Shake the
noon.
fairgrounds for them and let them hear us.
They're going to turn on all the engines in memory of people who have passed away. So before I start my next interview, let's try to hear those engines. There we go, it's starting up. It's getting louder, and it's unfortunate that I'm here at the top because I know there's a lot more happening down below, but I'm going to follow the sound and hopefully, there we go. Nice. Yeah, this is so cool. And I know there's a lot more happening down there, but I just had to get it. Thank you so much, mate. What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler. Beautiful, thank you. But that's pretty cool because one of my favorite things of any car show, you guys all know that, is to have these engines get turned on. Hey there, ma'am. How's it going?
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you doing the judging ballot?
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, you just walk through the rows and you pick out the car you like in that row. That section. You put the
And
registration
how
number
long do you have to do this?
till 4 o'clock.
Till 4 o'clock. So there's a lot of walking here for you today.
Oh yeah, but we did it yesterday in the.
So you've got
93
the
heat,
2
so we're good,
days.
yeah.
It's
We've
a lot better
practiced.
today.
Definitely. There's a lot more here today too. Though.
There's a lot more here today. Awesome, because that's one of the cool things here at the Ford Nationals is the participants get to be the judges.
Yep.
And what's your name?
Teresa.
Teresa, I'm Rana.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. So far, what's your favorite?
I don't know. All of them actually. I mean, the dark horse, of course. I had to see the dark horse down there, but up here, the Armed Forces car right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The one that's all decked out?
Yes.
Nice. I'll have to go and check that out.
That is
All the
nice.
best, you guys.
Thank you.
See you. Yes, that's the cool thing is that you've got participants walking around with the blue sheets and then they choose the cars that they like. So what better way than to be judged by your peers, right? So this is the Air Force one that Teresa said was her favorite. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool. Oh, I love the Mustang sign like this with the flag. Right, everybody, it is absolutely Mustangs galore here at the Ford Nationals, and you can see some really cool ones. Check out the one behind me. Of course, I had to stop here. How could I not look at this fine work? This is so pretty. And then it's sitting next to this right here. Wow. Love it. I love it when two such bold colors are next to each other. There is a lot happening here. Where is the kitty? Is the theme of this Mustang. Okay, so 2016 Mark 1. I'm gonna call the theme "Where is my kitty?" but I think Charles can do that better than me. How's it going, sir?
Okay.
Love what you've got here. Come closer. There is so much happening. Let's just start with the engine. What am I looking at?
That's a 5-liter with a Ford Racing supercharger on it.
Nice. And I love what you've got here. So we've got the Twister theme, and then there's to see what happened to the kitty. Tell me about the theme. Where did that inspiration come from?
Well, if you see, there's a saying that says 99 problems, but a Dodge ain't one. So the big competition for the Mustang is the Hellcats or the Dodges. So
Oh, is that what's happening in the Twister?
yeah, so Hellcats are called, we're calling them the kitty. So we have Hellcat tears, we have pss, 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 We have here Kitty Kitty. So it's all based around the Hellcat.
Okay.
So
Not a fan of the Hellcat, sir.
No, they're fine. It's just I came up with the saying, and then I built the car around it.
Well, it draws attention, and that's what a car is supposed to do. So you've nailed that. You know, I mean, I've got a Charger, but I'm not offended at all because it looks cool.
Yeah, I have nothing against them. It just worked.
It works. It absolutely
You can't
works.
say 99 problems, but a Camaro isn't one. It just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't go. It's got a bit more of a flow to it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I love black and yellow. And the fact this has been supercharged as well. This is so cool. Let's have a look now. Obviously a big Mustang guy. What is it about them that you like?
Oh, my father had one when I was a kid, so I've had about 15 of them.
Wow.
And just always been my favorite car.
It's always been your favorite car. You grew up in it.
Yes.
So, you know, it takes you back to your childhood.
Yes.
Nice. Let's have a look inside. That's the thing with yellow and black, it's such a bold combination and it goes and stands out so well. Very cool, sir. And how long have you had this for?
I ordered it in 16.
Oh, so you got a brand new, okay. And how long did it take to do the entire thing?
Well, we're still working on it.
There's more happening to this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Charles, tell me.
This winter, we're probably going to be doing Lambo doors and a GT350 bumper.
Okay, the Lambo doors would complete the look.
Yeah.
100%. I back that up. And now to find out what happened to the kitty, look up.
Well, not many people know, but this character here is Hellcat. That's a...
The wolf's taken, the Coyote has taken it.
yeah.
I love it. It tells a story, you know, it's a theme. And what is this material here?
That's the original hood liner that was airbrushed.
It gives it a cool texture. It's like a
Yeah.
painting now, canvas painting.
Yeah. The person who did it's very talented.
Oh, I would say. And how long did it take them to do all of this?
Well, I mean, I ordered it and it took several weeks for me to get it. I don't know how long it actually took them to do it, but...
Did you draw it out for him or just tell him and let him go with inspiration?
It's actually a young girl, and I gave her the idea of what I was looking for and what I wanted in it, and that's what she came up with.
Well
She did
done,
both
yeah.
of them.
She did both.
So she did under the hood first, and then matched this to it.
The Coyote's calling the kitty. Oh, this is awesome. Love it. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You guys, there is so much to see here at the Ford Nationals. I mean, I'm seeing everything and anything. And of course, as I'm walking by, I see this great tent. And how could I not be drawn in? Look at the Shelby Cobras here, everybody. These are one of my favorite kit cars. We have seen them before on the channel. And I just love it. They've been done so well. So let's have a chat and find out exactly what's involved and the story behind this. This is just beautiful. All right, this is absolutely beautiful. Bob, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Love what you've got here. Let's get you out of the sun. What have you got here?
It's a replication of a 1964 FIA Cobra.
And how long have you had it?
I've had this car 26 years.
26 years.
Yep.
And this was built for you, or you built it 26 years ago?
No, this was built by myself.
Or by yourself?
Home, two-car garage, yeah.
Wow, it gets even better. Okay, so first of all, tell us a little bit about the kit cars.
The remanufacturers allow the enthusiast to own a piece of history without spending $1.5 million for the original.
And it looks this good.
Yeah.
And it gets certified as well.
And actually a better driving car than the originals ever were.
I have heard that. Now, in the kit, you get all the parts except the engine
In this
and the paint.
manufacturer, yes.
Okay, so let's start off with the engine, because I love engines. What have you got here?
Well, it's a 438 cubic inch small block Ford. It made just 671 horsepower on the dyno.
That is a lot for this body style.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it's fun to drive.
And what is it about these that you love so much?
The uniqueness of it. Anywhere you go, you're going to have a conversation with this type of car. So it doesn't matter if you're pulling to a local gas station or just going out for dinner. You're going to end up talking to somebody about the car. So you meet a lot of neat people that way.
I'm getting the idea this is your driver.
I drive it occasionally.
Oh, I love that.
It's not an everyday driver, but
Not an everyday, but you do drive it.
oh yeah.
Now, Bob, you've done this yourself in a 2-car garage. How long did it take you?
We picked the car up here 26 years ago in May and drove it that July. Now the engine and transmission was ready to go. So.
Okay. So that took you what? How long? Months?
Yeah, 2.5 months. 3 months.
And how do you know how to do this? Are the kits that easy, or you've got some background into cars?
I learned how to break them, so I learned how to fix them.
That works, and we've heard that before, so and they were a lot more easier with the older cars to be able to fix it compared to the modern day cars with all the computer technology.
Absolutely. Yep. It only takes one wire to make this one run, so.
Yep. And everything is period correct.
Yep, very, very similar to the original.
Can you make those changes with the kit cars?
As far as?
If you were wanting to have some bit of a different dash, or?
Oh yeah, you can personalize it in any way you want.
You can personalize it. Nice.
It's completely up to the enthusiast.
Very cool. And the wheels and tires didn't come in the kit?
No.
And
no.
what do you have?
They're the reproduction Halibran knockoff wheel with the Avon tire.
Did you do the paint yourself?
Yes.
You did this paint with the stripes?
Yes.
Okay, wow. Let's have a look again in here in detail. Wow, that is really good paint, sir. Can I just say that? You don't do bodywork, you don't have an auto shop.
Nope.
You just did this all. And how did you go with the paint?
Well, trial and error.
Trial and error.
Yep, paint. You paint a buddy's car, and then you paint another one, you paint another one, and after a while, you get pretty good at it.
Especially when you've got to go around events like that as well. I mean, there's tape work involved, but to get it to be exactly identical to the other side.
Yep. Took a little bit of time.
A little bit of time, a little bit of patience.
Yep, a little bit of patience. Yep.
That's awesome. And you're sitting here with other Cobras as well. Is this a club or?
No, we're just all the same manufacturer. We're here to support Unique Motor Car out of Alabama.
Okay.
I've been doing this 26 years with them, so great company, great people.
And how are you enjoying the Ford Nationals?
Oh, it's great.
How long have you been coming here for?
30-some years.
30-something years.
Yeah, I live 25 minutes from here, so.
Yeah, you'd be crazy not to come.
Yeah, it's close by. It's easy.
When people are coming from all over the States and even internationally as well, you just live local, and this is massive. This is a big show.
Yep, it is. It is a great show.
Well, Bob, I appreciate this.
Yep,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Glenn, I love the gold striping that's happening here.
Okay.
It's different. I've seen blues before, but I'm loving the gold here.
Yeah.
How are you today, sir?
I'm great. Good.
It's a good day.
Yes, it's a very good day.
It's a good day. And look at what you've got here. Come over here and tell us exactly what have you got.
Well, it's a replica, unique motor cars of the 65 Shelby American Cobra. And this is a replica and has a 428 engine and top loader 4-speed.
Obviously in 65 they didn't have 428 engines.
No.
What was the stock
But actually
engine?
they did. In 65 there was a number of the Shelbys that were built with 428s because the 427s were more expensive. So Shelby put a number of cars with 428s in them.
Wow, so you've kept this really original and period
I
correct.
tried to keep it grade correct, keep things, I feel that makes it more valuable is, keep original equipment and, keep things like that.
What about the paint? Do they have the gold stripe there as well?
Well, Shelby back in the day, they did gold and black Hertz cars, the Mustang, So I was always attracted to that, and I always loved that color combination. And I think it fits the Cobra. It gives it that menacing look, coming down the road,
100%.
So, I just like that traditional look.
And Glenn, how long have you had yours for?
I built the car back in 2004, so all but 20 years.
Wow.
Those cars.
And you built this all yourself?
Yes, so I purchased the kit from Unique Motor Cars and then brought it home and assembled it and got everything ready there.
I'm absolutely fascinated with the kit cars. How user-friendly is it? Like with the instructions and the stuff that they give you?
They're great. And
how much background experience would you need to have?
Well, as a teenager, we always tinkered with the cars and
Yeah.
stuff. Growing up in the 60s was the muscle car era. So as teenagers, we were always tinkering with cars and playing around. So, you had basic knowledge and you just kind of carried it on. And then I'm a home builder by trade. And, so I'm a
So you know how to work with your hands.
I'm a hands-on guy. So, and I just like I like tackling things that I've never done before, the things that are different. So I thought, this would be a great project for the boys and I to work together on.
And how long did it take you, start to finish?
Approximately, I think I picked the car up in November and had it done probably, I'm saying, about 6 to 8 months in that time frame.
And when you say pick the car up, you picked up the parts?
Yes, I went down and picked up
Okay.
a roller. The frame, I took wheels and tires down and put it on the body that they had, and then brought it home and then worked on it.
I think the real answer to my question would be, if I was to ever attempt a kit car, then we'd know exactly how user-friendly it is, someone who doesn't have the background experience of working with cars.
Well, I tell you what, with this car, with this company, this build, if you're a hands-on person and can read some directions and some guidance, and what was great about Unique is they have a great
Support system on call?
Yeah, support system. Like you call, you talk to the owners, the guys that actually build the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get your answer right away. And then, back then we had a lot of guys building the cars on the forum and stuff. We had a forum.
Yeah.
And you would interchange ideas and things like that, which was really great. And everybody had a different way of doing things. So you don't have to be exact. I chose to build a dash. I made a wooden dash.
Oh,
complete.
nice.
So
I didn't even see the inside. All right, everybody, sorry, Glenn, we have to show the dash. I love wooden dashes.
Yes, so
And
it
you do
wasn't.
so well.
It was a little unique to the car, and being in the carpentry trade, I wanted to build a dash and incorporate that into it. And I thought it just fit the car.
You've got tape over the Cobra there. Is
Well,
that
I guess
protect
that's
it?
it's an infringement on Ford and Cobra copyrights, I guess, with the Ford name and brand. So we're not affiliated with that. These are
Okay,
replicas.
I see. Okay,
So just to be safe, we don't want to cause any issues.
fair enough. But hey, great idea on the wooden dash.
Yeah.
And then that's real wood?
Yes, piece of cherry, solid cherry. And I steamed it so I could bend it and it could fit everything else in the car.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, good, thank you. And, like I say, the car speaks for the company. They are top notch as far as the body. This body's 20 years old. I mean, there's no cracks or anything in it. It's just a good setup.
100%.
Good setup.
And it's all fiberglass?
All fiberglass,
All
yes.
fiberglass.
Yes. Fiberglass, leather.
Wow,
Good.
this is awesome, Glenn.
Yeah, thank you.
How much fun do you have when you're driving this?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you always get the looks. Everybody gives you the looks, or
Yeah.
they'll give you a thumbs up, that kind of thing. And it's you park it somewhere. Oh, somebody always walks up to you and asks you about it. So, or when you stop to get gas somewhere, everybody has to there's
Stop
always
and have a look.
a comments here and there. So it's really a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have and be part of it.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Are the doors period correct as well, or are these a little bit bigger than the original 65?
Well, there's a couple different body styles. This was the SC body style, and that one there was the 289 FIA car.
Okay.
So the difference is my door has a natural slope.
Yeah.
So if you look at that one, that has a cut slope.
That's smaller,
Yeah, a lot smaller.
a bit more tighter.
And the other noticeable thing is on the front. If you look at the front at the nose, My nose is more of a oval shaped type.
Yep.
Now, if you
More
look at his,
rectangular oval?
Yeah, and his is a little different. His nose is a little bit different.
Oh,
His is a little tighter, a little bit tighter.
It's a bit
It has
more thinner.
Flatter, yes,
Yeah.
and it has a flatter nose to the front, so it has a little bit different look to it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah. And the other features is on the SC cars, my gas tank is back on the back fender, whereas
Yeah.
on the FIA car, it's up on the back of it. That's where the fueling is.
That's what that big opening is for?
It's like a splash guard.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? And yours is all the way back.
Right, right. The SC stood for like a street competition car. It was more or less of
It was more accessible for the
right,
pit crew.
right, exactly.
Okay, explain to me why you have taken
Yeah.
And what about this one? I know the owner's not here.
He's not here. It's an
Which
SC
model?
car, so it is.
Same thing?
Yep, same thing, just, different paint scheme, and obviously he has more updated engine and so forth,
Yeah.
a lot of chrome and polish and things like that, where I'm more...
Do you see what a difference it makes by you doing that dash yourself? The wood dash, it really stands out.
I just think it's a little classy, like,
100%.
yeah, I just like that look.
100%. It just makes it pop. It goes with the rest of the body.
Well, yeah, it fits that car.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
Yes.
appreciate this, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great.
It was fun.
Yeah, good. Well, you probably learned a little bit,
I'm
I'm
just
sure.
no. You did great because I'm learning. That's what the channel's about.
Yeah,
you
all
know,
right,
so
good. Great.
I'm learning my Shelby's Cobras.
Yes,
This is awesome. Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome. Thank you.
(2004) number 686, 2010. Mystic Chrome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Don't worry.
The last of this body style, 2004 Cobra. So I'm going to get Charlie to tell us a little bit more. How are you today, sir?
Fine, how are you?
Good. You're in the right place. You're under shade.
Yep.
It's a lot more better than out there.
Yes. And the shade is really nice under here.
It really is, sir. Now, you've got a beautiful car for starters. What drew me
Thank
was
you.
the paint. Tell me about that.
It's a 2004 Mustang Cobra. It's done in Mistachrome. They did 1,010 cars altogether in the Mistachrome. There was 495 of them were convertibles. And of course, this happens to be the convertible.
Wow. And how long have you had it for?
10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah, I bought it from a friend of mine who had it a little over 10 years, yeah. So.
Okay. And in the 10 years, you've made some changes.
Yeah, there's been quite a few changes. The supercharger's been changed on it. The mass airflow sensor has been changed on it also. The exhaust system's been changed.
Did it come supercharged from the factory?
Yes, ma'am. It originally it was 390 horse.
Okay.
At the time in 2003, 2004, when they did the Terminator Cobras, they were 390 horse, and at the time they were the fastest street car at that time.
Right.
And then of course everybody
Things get bigger and faster.
added things to it. So right now this is 600 horse with the rear wheels.
So what did you do to the supercharger to change it?
It's a different supercharger, the 2.2 Whipple, which raised the air volume up on the Whipple to make the
Yep.
mass airflow sensor and the cold air induction system,
That's different as well.
and the catback Borla exhaust system. It all helps with the added horsepower.
Okay. Let's walk around here. Let's have a look at the interiors. And when I first walked up, I couldn't believe that there's a car seat. There's another seat. There's a back row to this convertible. Let's have a look at that.
Also, for 2004, the seats, the material on the seat changes colors, and so does the steering wheel.
Okay.
So
In the
seat-
sun.
Yes, in the sun. They change colors also.
At first, I thought it was a reflection of the actual exterior paint hitting it, but no, the seats are actually that mystic chrome as well.
Blue, green, black, and purple is what the car changes.
Wow, see the camera's picking up a lot of the red as well. Isn't that interesting?
Being under the tent doesn't do it justice. You need to be out in the sun to really show it. And the Speedster cover, that's a Cervini Speedster cover, just to cover the back seat.
I'm loving the way that looks. How do you open that?
It's a two-piece.
Okay.
And there's a bar under there that hooks to snap it into your seatbelt, and there's a couple wing nuts that holds that together.
And that comes from the factory?
No, ma'am, that was an aftermarket. That was aftermarket also.
So from the factory, was it a soft top, hard top?
It's a soft top. There's a soft top under there.
Okay, but this looks so much cooler.
Yes.
And you were not using the back seat, so it didn't really matter, did it?
It's just my wife and I, so.
Facebook, it's got a lot of information.
Wow.
I'll give you all
I'm loving this. Was this only specific to the 2004 models, or can other Mustangs use it
No, you
too?
can get, there was, Saleen was the first ones that started using the Speedster covers, and the Saleens were one piece, and they're kind of hard to deal with because they're one piece. These are two pieces, so you can take them off, and if you got caught in a rainstorm or something, you can maybe put them in the back seat, but they're not.
And that's the case where you would then use the soft top?
Yes, put the soft top up, yes.
Okay. And what about your wheels?
They were for the 2004 Mr. Chrome. They were chrome wheels. For most of the 2004 Mustangs were chrome. 2003 were more satin.
And then what happened in 2005? I mean, I'm learning so much about the Mustangs today, everybody. This was the last of this body style?
Yes, this was 2004 was the last, and then they went to the new body style in 2005.
Okay.
And that, I don't want to be wrong, till about 2010 or so, they were sort of the same body style, and they did a little changes up until 2015.
Okay. But this was quite advanced for 2004.
And this was, they called it the New Edge. It was sort of the 94 Mustang and up until 94 to 2004, pretty much the same chassis, pretty much. And then they changed the motors. The motor in the 03, 04 Terminators they came about because in 1999, I'm sorry, they had problems with horsepower ratings, and Ford got egg on their face.
Right.
So from 2000 to 2002, they were a little upset with the cars. Some of them, in 2000, they made a R model. You could only get a 351 R model. And I'm not sure if it was 2001 or 2002, all the Cobras they had, they shipped to Australia.
Did they? Well, there you go.
Yes, they would not sell them in the United States. And the gentleman that was involved with this, his name was John Coletti.
Okay.
And John Coletti was very upset with the performance that the SVT Cobras were having. So his last ditch effort was the 03, 04 Terminators. And that's how these cars came about. So 03 and 04 are the only two that they call them. The code name was Terminator.
And why were they shipped to the Cobras? Why were they shipped to Australia? So they were not available for the US market?
No, some of the horsepower ratings and stuff, I guess in Australia, they really didn't have any problem with. They already built the cars.
Wow, that is so interesting because now there is so much red tape.
Yes.
You wouldn't even be able to cover the tape here.
But I don't
so things
remember
have
if it was
changed.
01 or 02.
Yeah.
And then, and
isn't that interesting?
John Coletti was behind the skunk, what they called the skunk works behind this. And yes, he was a very unhappy man with the Cobras until this was his last ditch effort.
Well, it was a good effort. I mean, I love the
And
Cobra.
today, John Coletti, he does. It's very hard to get in touch with him. He doesn't. When he left Ford, and he left these vehicles, he really doesn't want anything to do with them anymore.
There you go.
And it's very hard to get a hold of him. I know one of the people from SVT that Marcy's knows him and has done a couple things for her, but he's.
You love your car. You love your Mustang.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it from the very first time it came out. We went to Nashville Motor Speedway for the 40th anniversary of the Mustang. And one of my buddies pulled in there with a coupe. And I fell in love with it right then. And then my friend was looking for a Cobra, and this is what he bought.
Oh, your friend bought this?
This wasn't what he wanted, but this is what he bought.
Okay.
So until he found what he wanted, he drove this. Well, he wanted a Sonic Blue with a saddle top and saddle inserts on the seats. That's what he wanted. So he found one, asked me if I was interested, gave me a price, and I jumped right on it because I knew what the car was, and I've had it now for 10 years.
Good for you.
I'm happy with this, and he's happy with what he bought. I love the car.
Good for you. And how long have you been coming to the Ford Nationals?
I've been coming here since the very first one, so I don't remember if this is the 27th or 28th year. I've been to every Ford Nationals.
You're an absolute regular.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate this, Charles. Thank you so much. All right, some of the cool activities that happens, which makes this super family friendly, is the monster truck ride-alongs, everybody. I think the kids would absolutely love that. And there's a lot of adults in there too, so yeah, fun for all, right? Very cool. Monster truck ride-alongs, and then they also have got the Mustang ride-alongs as well. So we're gonna go and try to chat with these people and see what exactly is involved, how fast do they go, and what the turns are, and then maybe I can even sit in one. All right, before we explore the Mustang ride-alongs, we're gonna have a look at the exhaust competition. Whoever's got the biggest exhaust, the louder sound, I guess. That's what's happening right now.
I don't sleep in hotels, dude. I really don't.
Gotta love the American flag on the back.
Billy, Keen fans are down here, Matthew fans are the other one. What about the Daniel? I know we're only about halfway, but that sounded like a top 3 round of cheers.
I love that the participants are so involved. Not only are they involved with the judging that happens inside, but even here the crowd applause will determine the final 3.
What do we think about Curtis Anderson? Odd to hear that sound come from that truck, but
that's pretty cool. You know, I love it when car shows have got activities like I mean, I love looking at classics.
Winner in his 07 Mustang, Nathaniel Huffman.
There you go, he was the winner. But when they do something like this, it brings the crowd of all ages to come and appreciate the cars, and I encourage it 100%.
Matthew Outlets. And what we're down here.
This is so cool. Check out the trophies, everybody. Okay, Nate, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is so cool. Let's see the trophy. First place. Not surprised? You sounded great.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What have you got here?
So it's a 4.6
We have manley rods through it. We have BBK long tubes, a BBK X pipe with a SLP loudmouth mufflers in the back.
All the good stuff to get that noise happening,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
And how long have you had yours for?
About 5 years now.
5 years. Okay. And what is the most favorite thing that you like to do with your cars besides this?
Just drive around.
Just drive around or
Yep.
make some lots of loud noise with
Yep.
it?
That's what this car is known for, so.
Okay. And what about the trophies? Is this the first one?
No, so last year I placed second here. The year before I got third. So now, back-to-back years. So now.
So every year you've made some more modifications.
Yep.
Made the mufflers bigger.
Yep.
Just to get now to the first place.
Yep.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yep.
Curtis, I did not expect to see an F250 here.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And what have you done to your truck to make it sound like that?
I have cats behind everything instead of first is the main thing.
What do you mean?
Catalytic converters.
Okay.
They're way at the back mostly.
You've put it all in the back.
Yeah.
That's going to get that noise
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what is it about the F250 that made you want to do this and not any other car?
I just always wanted a fast pickup.
A fast
and I
pickup.
just didn't want a diesel, so because I don't need one. So.
Okay, awesome. And you're having a good time at the Ford Nationals?
Oh, you bet. Yep.
Well,
It's here
congratulations.
today, so
Yep.
It's just something fun to do.
Does that mean that you might make some changes and come back next year, try to go for first?
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah. But she definitely makes some noise. We'll see.
Definitely. All the best.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good, congratulations.
Thank you.
What have you got here?
It's a 2016 Ford Focus ST. It's full bolt-on. It's got a 2867 big turbo on it. And it's pretty much right now, it's as far as I'm going to take it right now.
As far as you're going to take it?
When I start doing more stuff, it gets a lot more expensive. So.
Of course. But was today the reason that you made all the modifications on it?
Yeah, partly. Like I came last year, and me and my son just for fun, and then this year I was like, I'm going to do some more stuff. I'm going to do the exhaust contest. I didn't expect to even make it to the top 3, so.
Oh, it sounded good.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're happy you came?
Oh, yeah.
The crowd loved it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Had a good cheering section up there.
You
so.
really did. You
Yeah.
had your whole fan club.
Yep.
There was a lot of girls cheering in
Yeah,
that.
my daughter, my wife, and a bunch of friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we appreciate it. The crowd loved it.
All right, thank you.
All the best and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, we know there's a lot of car clubs, and one that so many people told me about is the Saleen Club of America. So I want to know exactly how big these guys are and what are some of the activities they get involved in if they're up for a chat. But the awesome thing is that they're celebrating 40 years, of course. This is why I have to stop at these clubs, because I got told yesterday by Dave that there's an Aussie in the Saleen Club of America. So how's it going?
Good. It's a great show. It's a great club. Well, most of them are okay.
He's
the
still
rest,
putting on that
I'm
fake
accent.
You have found yourself quite a nice bunch here.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of people. I've been in the club since 2009. This is my 23rd trip to Carlisle.
Nice.
And my 53rd trip to America.
Love it even more. Everything you said in those sentences, I absolutely love. What made you want to join the Saleen Club of America?
I think I was tricked into it.
You were?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not surprised because with the crowd you've got around you and all this snickering and giggles that's happening, I'm not surprised.
Yep. They invited me to Alabama, and that was the end of it. I had to come back. Yeah.
I'm not surprised because you went down south and it just made you keep coming back and back and back, something that I can relate to.
Yeah. To try and understand what they're saying. I can't understand it, you know.
Hi everybody, you love my accent, you like hearing me talk, but he's a fellow Aussie as well. It's been so fun meeting you,
Thank you.
You've been
Lovely
to
meeting you too.
What is the one thing that you love about these American car shows?
American cars. Not the owners, the cars are great.
See, and I say the owners,
but
but you hang around them a lot more than I do.
This would be the best group, the best club I've ever belonged to.
Nice.
They are a fantastic bunch of people.
So tell me about the club. So what do they do? Since nobody here wants to talk.
Okay, yeah. So Steve Saleen, who's up there, I think, He designed a Mustang in 1984.
Okay.
Right? Carroll Shelby built them in 1964.
Yep.
And so they've basically been competing ever since.
Yes.
I've owned both cars, and the Saleen is a far better car than the Shelby.
Okay, so tell me about that. What makes it a far better car?
The model I've got was built from the ground up as a Saleen Mustang. The Shelbys at the time were made in Flat Rock in Michigan by Ford.
Yeah.
Had Shelby baggage put on them. So they didn't actually all go to Las Vegas to be built as a Shelby. But all these cars were built in Irvine, in California, by Steve Saleen's crew.
And they're actually built from the ground up.
From the ground up.
And you have to appreciate that anytime you see that.
Oh yeah, yes.
You have to appreciate it.
Yeah.
So tell me, what about in Australia? Tell me, because often I get asked about the car scene, and I don't know much about the car scene. I know it's not as big as America, and I think it's limited, but I'd love to hear another opinion.
Yeah, no, the car scene is big in Australia.
Okay.
I'm from Adelaide, and we've got a chap and his wife, Grant Zippel. He has a Zippel cruise 6 times in summer, once a month over summer.
Nice.
And he can get up to 400, 500 American cars on a cruise night.
I love that. See, I'm born and bred in Sydney.
Okay, I'm from Sydney as well.
You're from Sydney
Western
as well?
Sydney, yes.
Okay, Western
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Well, I lived in Quakers Hill for 10 years.
Oh, right, okay. I'm from Bankstown. Okay.
Nice. I went to college there. Okay,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
such a
Yeah.
small world.
It is a small world.
It is such a small world.
Yeah.
But these
No,
American car shows are huge
Huge. This is the biggest Ford show in the world.
in the world.
Yeah, and as I said, it started, I think, 94, 95, it started, and I've been to 23 of them.
Nice.
We missed COVID, of course, the 3
Of
at
course.
COVID and a couple of others, but yeah, my wife comes with me most times.
Nice.
And we've been to every state, we've been on every highway, we've been to the Four Corners, we've been to Alaska, been through Canada, but we love the American people.
There you go. Everybody, I want to just put that out there. We love the American people. I've been to 30 states. You've been to a lot more, it sounds like it. 52 different trips, you said?
Yeah, 53 trips.
53.
Yeah.
For all you Americans sitting at home and trying to figure out where to go and what to do, explore your own backyard.
Yes.
There's
yeah.
a lot to see.
There's a hell of a lot to see. Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome to the Carlisle Cobra and Carlisle Ford Nationals car show presented by eBay Motors. The Carlisle Fairgrounds are home to Seattle's largest classic and collector car events in the world. To learn more about these events, visit us online at carlisleevents.com. At this time, Carlisle Events would like to thank and recognize you, as well as many of our great business partners who help make this event and all of the events on our season schedule so successful.
This is just absolutely beautiful, everybody. Let's have a chat with Vanessa. Honey, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Let's walk over here. I'm loving the tan with the blue.
Oh, thank you.
It's absolutely brilliant with the engine as well. Tell us, what have you got here?
Okay, so this is a 1968 Mustang convertible GT. It is a real GT. We had a customer come in 2014, basically had it as a shell. I wanted everything modern on the inside and under the hood, but to maintain all the original body line. So
Okay.
except for color changes, there are really no modifications on the body outside of the grille, of course. So we have a 2014 crate Coyote 5.0 engine. That's paired with the Tremec TKO 600 underneath. We have a Rod and Custom front end rear independent suspension with connecting rods. Mustang Zephyr parts. We have radiators, exhaust headers, a couple of other features, but the big thing about this car is it handles and drives and delivers like any other modern current car. Yeah, so
I
you
love
have
that
backup
because-
cam, navigation, full Garmin, Apple CarPlay.
You've got the body lines of a classic, honoring that, and yet to have an engine like that, and then you've got all the modern features
Exactly.
and upgrades.
So it's the customer's only request was he wanted a blue and he wanted a 2015 console to be used. So we modified a 2015 Mustang console.
Isn't that interesting? What was the connection there for him? And
I'm not sure. He never actually said it, but he actually kind of let us take the reins on everything else. But he was very passionate about that console. So that console actually ended up working out because it fit the Tremec underneath of it with all the modifications. So that was perfect. We did a steel modification of the air vents and a steel drop down for the digital AC control and Kenwood, full head unit. There are the whole car is like a light show. So there's LED lights on all the features. There's like 15 different types of turn signals, but there's Dakota digital gauges, Dakota digital vintage air hooked up on the bottom. There's ambient lighting in the cup holders, under the seats, everywhere, and then in the trunk. So, and unfortunately the top's not up now, but the top is also saddle. So this is actually the top original.
Is what? Sorry.
The top is also saddle, like the interior. So
nice.
We wanted to go with more of a modern European, like BMW inspired color combination. People either love it or they really hate it passionately, and they love to let us know either way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we like it and the customer likes it. So
it looks pretty.
Yeah, I like it. Something different.
I can understand, car folk get quite passionate about things, but it looks nice. You can't go wrong with tan leather, in my opinion.
Exactly.
And the fact that he still left the body lines of the car to its classic look, we have to give him that. So, and I love the lights. The lights look great. If this is a show car for him, where he's going to take it and show it around, what better way than to have LED stripping? Now, Vanessa, you keep saying we. Who is we?
We is myself and the team and my father, who's the other partner at Carlisle Customs Classics and Coachworks. We have a full rod and custom shop running out of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania for the last 20 years in this area and in New York before that. But
well, that's flawless work. How do they get in touch with you?
Sure. You can find us online at Carlisle Customs Classics on Instagram or Facebook. Also, you can call at 717-258-1313 or Gmail at Carlisle Customs and spelled out classics at gmail.com.
Love that. I appreciate that. And final question, how long would this have taken you?
This car took a little over 2 years. Usually our restoration timeline is about 1 to 2 years for a standard and 2+ for full custom with fabrication. Most of the complications on this car actually happened from flaws that were in the crate performance engine from GM that actually ended up being recalls from GM. So we spent a couple of months actually
fixing those,
circumnavigating problems before they were known to be problems.
Okay.
So other than that, it also came completely bare when we got it, so that was perfect because we wanted to do the full custom interior, but also it was just a little bit longer on parts sourcing because there was a random assortment of missing pieces. So.
But if somebody was to give you a full a classic, then it would be a little bit longer as well.
No, it'd be shorter. Yeah, no, it'd be shorter. So this was a full frame off. These are all full frame off. So this one was done in about 9 months.
I like the F100. I was looking at that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so typically pre-COVID timeline, we were between 9 and 15 months on a full frame off restoration.
Wow.
And, basically 2 years plus for some of the more custom or resto mods because of the fabrication.
And you guys do everything, interiors, exteriors, paint, engine, everything.
All these cars were all built in-house. Exactly, one-stop shop. And we also have a 30,000 square foot collector car storage facility at our new location. So
okay, so people can actually store their classics, their collectibles.
Exactly. And you'll get a little report card every month showing fluid checks and that it's been aired out, and there's video cameras, burglary, fire, everything like that. So it's a nice little option for people who've either downsized or out of the country for
I love that
months.
idea. We saw that at, in Florida as well. And I love the idea because people spend so much money on these classics.
Exactly.
And if you can afford to spend a little bit more to keep it somewhere safe, then
exactly.
It's climate control, surveillance,
exactly.
What better way? But of course you have to be able to afford it. Things do cost money. But the F100 here is looking beautiful as well.
Thank you.
And this is a 53?
This is a 52.
52.
Yes.
Okay.
So this was found for a customer. We purchased it. Dirty secret is it does have a 350 small block Chevy engine in it, so that's why the hood's closed at this show, because it's very...
That's right. I'm going to chop that bit off, okay, Vanessa?
that's
I'm
fine.
joking.
I'm
completely joking. I'm messing
no,
with you.
trust me. Trust me. That's the reason the hood's closed here. Because
Well, oh my
very
goodness.
passionate about having Fords and Fords.
I could not care less, okay? I mean, if it drives good and they like it,
Exactly.
they can. They can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
So I'm
Yeah.
totally messing with you, but I do know that
Yeah.
people do get passionate about their opinions.
Yes, they do. So this, we bought it. It was started as a old street rod build, and then within 9 months we had changed the entire car over to the cut color finish that the customer preferred. These are all factory original colors for 52, but they were done in base coat clear coat, so they pop a lot more than the single stage paint that usually would be used.
This is awesome, Vanessa. And how long have you been around cars?
Well, my entire life. My dad
All
had
your
the
life.
business since I was born, and then I worked in it through college and law school, and then I was about to start practicing law, and we were approached to do the expansion, and now I'm just in it for the long run. So.
And what is your car? What's your favorite car?
Well, my favorite car, any mid 50s to mid 60s Mercedes is my soft spot. I'm waiting to build mine. I want to put one on like an S500 compressor type frame, do kind of like a Corvette resto mod, but on a more European scale. So, but finishing our expansion and everything first, because
You like the European car?
I do. But yeah,
I don't blame you. I can't stop every time I see a Rolls-Royce Classic. I have to stop.
Exactly. So the best or nothing, right?
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
But we build it all.
I appreciate it, Vanessa. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great. Have a great day. Nice to meet you.
Because it's the Friday, the crowds are only going to grow tomorrow being Saturday to show you some of the swap meet section. And I say some because it's big. Over 80 acres here for the Carlisle Ford Nationals, and there is a lot of swap meets. So I'm just going to have a little walk through just to show you exactly what they've got here. I mean, it's basically everything.
Yeah.
Did he keep the bottle at least?
I don't think so.
Even though it's empty, it's still.
I know.
Those are the fenders and stuff.
Oh.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing?
Good. What have you got here, sir?
It's a friction reducer. It's
A friction
oil-
reducer.
It's an oil additive. It's called DT550. Stands for drivetrain 5 years or 50,000 miles. So you add us in every 10th oil change.
And that would put the oil changing would be bigger in between as well.
You go about your same oil change if you go 5,000 miles, or you go ahead and go about your same oil change, and then every 10th oil change you put us in again.
Okay.
So you can put us in today, and then if you wanted to drain your engine oil out next week,
Yep.
you can go ahead and drain it out, and it stays in there for 5 years, 50,000 miles. It bonds to the engine.
Wow. I'm
So-
guessing this is great for people who are getting classics and restoring it, or if they're fixing up old engines.
Yes.
This is something they'd want to do if they want to keep that engine, which many people do.
Yes, we work a lot with older vehicles, and then a lot with the semi drivers and the farmers and stuff, the heavy equipment.
Okay.
It's good because our product is one product does it all. You can run it from bumper to bumper. It works with engine oil, hydraulic fluid, and motor and gear lube. So one product does it all from bumper to bumper. You start out with your power steering pump, and you add 2 ounces of power, or 2 ounces in your power steering pump, and then you go to your engine, 1.5 ounces per quart of oil in your engine, 3 ounces in your transmission, 3 ounces in your transfer case, and then 2 ounces for each of your differentials, and that treats your car for 5 years or 50,000 miles.
Now this is not limited to just Ford.
No, this is
all cars.
anything, any kind of machinery, A Ford, Chevy, Dodge, it don't matter.
There you go, DT550USA.com.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's how we make money, on the video.
Okay.
I would love to see a demo because I'm learning about engines and I want to see exactly what happens here. So,
Alrighty.
Definitely.
Here's what we're going to do.
What have you got here first?
What kind of oil do you use in your machine?
I have no idea.
Oh, you go to the Jiffy Lube?
Yeah, well, mine's pretty new, so it's only have 2 services, and I take it back.
All right. Well, we're going to go over here, and we're going to use a truck oil.
Okay.
And we're going to just.
Well,
go
hey,
out
you know
on a
what?
limb.
Here's a question for you.
Yes.
Since I've already let the cat out of the bag, I'm doing a C10, and the engine I'm going to be keeping. So, what would we use for that? It's got a 350.
They're going to rebuild the 350 and make it run nice, right?
Yes, but I won't use it for the truck.
We'll go to the Mobile One.
Mobile One,
which is
okay.
a good oil. You can use that. You're a young lady, so we can do this one even better, just because it's pretty.
Okay.
Royal Purple's purple when it comes out of there. I'll show you.
And this is good for all Chevy trucks?
If it has hydraulic fluid, gear lube, or oil.
Okay.
All three works in all of them.
All right.
Doesn't matter whether it's a gas motor, a diesel motor. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
Yep. Works in all of them. Okay, so to do this, I've got to put you over here and put you to work.
You're going to put me to work?
I'm going to put you to work for a second.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this race.
Why don't you hold this and you can film us?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kind of do what you can with that.
Okay.
We are going to add oil to this race. I'm going to turn on, get it going. I'm going to drop oil on there. I'm going to have you lift that up about this high. I'm going
Okay.
to slide this hardened steel bearing in there, and you're going to let it down nice and easy.
Before you do that, what is this in the car?
This is a Timken bearing tester.
Okay.
What we're going to be accomplishing here is grinding steel to steel
Okay.
to show you how the lubrication works.
To reduce that friction.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So, and again, we're going to use royal purple because it's pretty. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You thought I was lying, didn't you? Look at that nice purple.
It actually is purple.
Okay, yes. Lift it, there you go. Let it down nice and easy. Nice and easy down. Keep going until it stops.
There's a bit of friction there now.
Yep. Keep right on letting it down until it stops. Keep going. There you go. Lift it up for me. Now, that was what royal purple does for you. Okay. You can see the divot, how much of a grind out it made, which is normal.
Oh, yeah.
All them other ones are the same thing. It's just regular oil. That's the way it works on this particular machine. This product is called DT550, and we're going to reduce friction with this for you. You see how little I use there because it's my pocket I'm getting that out of. Go ahead and let him down nice and easy for me. There's 5 weights on there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice it's still going?
Yeah.
Keep letting it down.
Wow.
There you go. Now, there's 5
So much
weights
more
on there
smoother.
right now. What I'm going to do is give you each one of these is roughly a pound and ask you to apply it there.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to double the weight on this bearing tester just so you can see how it works to reduce the friction.
This is why I wanted to get more involved with the swap meets.
Yes.
Look at this.
Lift that handle up so you can feel the difference in the weight.
Okay.
A little bit heavier.
Yeah, definitely a lot heavier.
Now, on that C10 you're talking about, go ahead and set him back down. The C10 you were talking about, you're going to add 2 ounces to the power steering.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you're going to add 1.5 ounces per quart of oil in the motor. Okay? Then you're going to add 3 ounces in the transmission. If it's a 4x4, you're going to add 3 ounces to the transfer case. And then each differential is going to get about 2.5 to 3 ounces in each one. You've just done the whole drivetrain, bumper to bumper. Okay?
Wow, with so much little product.
With so little, yes. Now, you're only going to do this once every 5,000 or 5 years or 50,000 miles. This is brake clean.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to wash away all the oil. Brake clean takes away all the oils, like off your hands and stuff when you're doing a brake job. Okay? I'm going to give that a bath right here. And we're going to spray that all off. Get rid of all that pretty purple stuff. You can see how we're still going?
Yeah.
With no oil on it.
With no oil.
No oil at all. Wipe it down. Now, that C10, are you going to drive it every day?
Yeah, hopefully. It depends how big of a restoration I do.
Okay. Well, all these show cars that are out here right now, a lot of
Yes.
show cars,
Yeah.
they've been in the garage. This is our first event of the year.
Yes.
Maybe the only one they do all year.
Yeah.
So the car sits all the rest of the time. Where do you suppose all the oil in the motor's at?
Down.
Down in the oil pan.
Yeah.
This is how we help that dry start when they first fire them up. Virtually eliminates dry start.
Wow.
The cool part of it is you only use minimal amounts. Hydraulic fluid is 3/4 ounce per quart, gear lube 1 ounce per quart, and oil 1.5 ounces per quart.
And you can just keep that for years and years and
Yep.
years.
Yep. Just like oil, never loses its flavor.
Never loses its flavor.
Pints are 20. Quarts are 40. Gallons are 100, and the pails are 400 at the show. Here at the show.
Wow, this is awesome. Where are you based out of?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan. There's one more little product I want to show you because everybody uses this. It took a year to go from here to there.
You made this all yourself?
I had it made in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
This is liquid wrench. Name everybody recognizes. It's a chain and cable lubricant, okay? Put it on your bicycle chains, motorcycle chains, cables, anything like that, throttle cables and things like that. That's how theirs works. You can see how well that works.
Mm-hmm.
This is PB Blaster. That's a name you probably recognize.
Yeah.
Okay. This always wants to spread over, so turn on this. You can see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's our Lucas that we went and purchased. There's the Lucas. You hear the rattle? It's not spray paint. This has got Molly, graphite, and DT550 all in it. And this is what we do. You see the difference in there. I call it my scrubbing bubbles. Remember scrubbing bubbles for the bathtub?
Yes, yes.
That's what I call the scrubbing bubbles. You can see it's still working in there.
It's such
Everybody
a big
else
difference.
is gone, and it's such, yeah, it's so awesome. Does not attract dust. Does not affect the rubbers. Like a lot of quads and stuff have O-rings in their chains now. It doesn't affect that.
Wow. And
It
you just
works
wipe
awesome.
it clean.
Don't even have to.
don't even
Let
have
it work
to.
in a little bit, roll it around a little bit, get it worked in, go. It's really, really sticky, so it stays there. It doesn't fly off. This was where we sprayed that PB Blaster.
Yeah.
Where do you think that's going to go when you speed up a chain?
Yeah, of course.
It's going to blow right off. Nothing to it. Ours
That's
stays
what
right
you
there.
need. You need it to actually stay on
You
the
need
chain.
it to stay on the chain. Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what we do. All we are is making your favorite better. That's what we like to do. Doesn't matter what you use. We just like to make yours better.
That is awesome. DT500USA.com. You guys?
DT550.
550.
USA 550.
I've been saying 500 too much. I'm at a Mustang show, everybody.
That's okay. You can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late for supper.
No, this has been awesome. I absolutely love this demonstration, and yeah, I love it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and
Thank
thank you, sir.
Now, did you get
The party tent.
She's at the party tent.
What? Okay, for starters, are we able to turn down the music so I can actually put your video on my channel?
Turn down the music.
Yes, I'll turn it on. There is no point.
She said turn it up.
There's no point filming and getting these fun guys on the channel if I can't use it because there's music in the back.
Hey,
What's your name?
Carl. Garner. Mike.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hey, Steve.
Angelo. Angelo.
The gentleman over there.
Okay.
That's
and
the
what
basketball
are you
player
guys?
over there. What's that?
I would believe you because I wouldn't know otherwise. What are you guys selling here?
We're selling Mustang Ford parts. Over there, he's got Torino parts.
Everything and anything.
Everything and anything you need for a Ford, we got it. If it's a Torino or a Mustang.
And you guys operate only on the swap meets at the car shows, or do you have an online website?
No, only car shows.
Only at the car
Yeah.
shows. And how long have you been coming to the F1, the
20
Ford
years.
Nationals?
20 years.
20 years here.
Yes.
So you guys are absolute regulars.
Absolutely.
That's why you've got the music on and
All
you're
the
having
way,
a good
all
time.
the way from Arkansas.
All the way from Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're checking out the swap meets here at the Ford Nationals. Told you guys we're going to get a bit more footage, and it's a fun bunch.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a great day.